Hey everybody, Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing part 2 of You're Joking, which is to complete all of Halo 4's legendary campaign missions in under 3 hours. So to start this up, this is the second level, well, second real level. Epilogue and Prologue don't count towards this achievement, and they're just cutscenes, so there's no gameplay at all in them. So this is the second playable one. Start it up, this is Requiem. You can see I'm sprinting and jumping and smacking. That's so I maintain infinite sprint in effect. When you jump, you maintain your velocity, and when you smack in the air, it actually cancels the sprint. But since you're in the air, you don't lose any momentum, so you keep going. And once you smack, your sprint starts recharging. So in effect, you have infinite sprint. So that helps a lot for areas like this where you're just running for a long time and there's not much else to do to make yourself go faster other than, you know, get that infinite sprint going on. So here we go. Grab the Warthog. I have my pistol out at this point. That's not totally necessary, but switched it out because that's the weapon I'm going to use first. I'm not even going to use the assault rifle actually, so it's the only weapon I'm going to use out of the two that I have right now. So this achievement, all the par times add up to 2 hours and 40 minutes. So if you just shoot for the par times on Legendary for every level, you'll easily get it with 20 minutes to spare. So you can see on my last walkthrough, or guide, whatever you want to call it, for Dawn, previous to this, I saved about 4.5 minutes. So currently, with my playthrough here, I'm at 24.5 minutes of leeway I have that I could go over par time. But I'm going to try to get under par time, obviously, for all of the levels. You want to save as much time as you can, so it makes your life easier in the future for a level perhaps that you're not that good at, or is just tougher in general. So just drive the Warthog, not much to do so far. We're going in the Warthog. You could go straight and go through. It's more risky though. I'm going to take my time a little bit. So I go to the right. I should probably bail right now and then take out those jackals, or not the jackals, the grunts from afar, obviously, because they almost killed me, you see here. I probably should have stopped a little bit further back and taken them out with a pistol. But I pressed my luck. It worked out, but you could always, take your time, a little bit more time, working your way up here. And I just wanted to grab a carbine and a plasma pistol. Again, you could just drive straight down this section and just try to make a break for it. But that's more risky, so I figured I would take it nice and slow. We're not going for any world records here. We're just going for under 3 hours, which is totally doable. Take out that jackal. He's got a beam rifle up there. And then I'm just going to thin out all the enemies here, make it easier to just run past this section. Again, you don't have to kill anybody here. In normal speedruns, like actual, oh my god, world record, Zoms my god, speedruns, nobody ever kills anybody in this section, except for maybe the beam rifle guy that I took out just now. But I'm just taking out all the grunts in the section and the couple elites with a noob combo, and quick and easy. It saves, or it doesn't save any time. Probably lost like 30-45 seconds or so, but that's nothing compared to the 3 hours that we have allotted for this. So take out these 3 grunts. Sometimes there's 1 fuel rod, sometimes there's 2 fuel rods, so it doesn't really matter to me because I'm only going to use it for 2 people. And then I'm going to switch out for a noob combo later again. I'm going to use it for this guy. Shoot 2 or 3 shots at him. It takes 2 hits to kill him. But, just shoot an extra 1 or 2 if you need to. That grunt with the fuel rod to the left is not always there. Sometimes he is, though, so be aware of that. Then you want to shoot that beam rifle guy that I just shot and jump up here. And you just skipped a ton of enemies. Wait for this elite to come and roar like that right to the edge, and that way his invisibility will actually warp further down the line here. So that way you don't have to go back and pick it up when you're done with these people. So take out those grunts and those jackals. You want to kind of make that a pressing matter because people can come up behind you. You see I was getting shot from behind a little bit while I was doing that, so just be aware of that. It's not too trying though. Obviously, just shoot the grunts in the head quickly, and then you could shoot the jackals in the hand, and it gets them to expose their head, and then you shoot them in the head. So again, I'm doing that whole infinite sprint thing. Run, jump, smack, repeat. So hit sprint, jump after a little bit, and smack. Then hit sprint and keep doing that. And you can see I effectively have infinite sprint here. I've never had to stop once. It's pretty great. You don't have to do that because you have 3 hours, so that's way more time than you need, especially with all these tricks I'll show you, but it still does add up after a while. So I just ran past that crate to fill up my carbine ammo. I should have grabbed a plasma pistol in exchange for my fuel rod, but I did not. You could actually make this gap, just sprint, and when you see yourself dipping down a little bit, just jump and crouch to get over it. You don't have to do this again. Again, this only saves like 2 seconds or something, but just a little time saver there. You don't have to do all these tricks, but I'm just showing you, I'm kind of giving you a variety of tricks you could pick and choose from, and then that way you could do what you're comfortable doing and just totally disregard anything you don't want to do. And hopefully you'll have enough options to choose from so you can get this achievement with minimal effort. That's all. That's what we're all about. But anyway, I realize now that I want that plasma pistol, so I grab that, and I'm just going to noob combo these 2 elites, where there's one. There's usually one down here, and there's one that kind of stays back on the other side of the room. This guy does not want to accept this plasma pistol. There we go. Alright, moving on. There's a couple of grunts still over there. There he is. Alright, and we move on to this last elite. And now we gotta do it all over again. Switch out my plasma pistol, because I burned through enough ammo on that one. Especially with that first elite. And again, you can just press the button if you would like. It wastes like 2 seconds, so it doesn't really save you that much time avoiding it. But hey, why not? It's much safer, that's for sure. But again, pretty much the same thing that happened last time. Just a bunch of grunts and jackals come out. There's going to be 2 elites, but they're going to be back at the console where you activated that cartographer map. So, just be aware of that. Also, there's going to be some more jackals up near them as well, including a ranger jackal, so you want to take him out. Just be aware of him. And he's always right up there. You can see his glowing red helmet. They have that glowing red light, which kind of gives them away. So be on the lookout for that. That is a priority, especially as you move in closer, and he becomes more likely to shoot you. This grunt I did not see, and in retrospect, I totally saw him. But I just moved back over here to refill my carbine again, exchange for a fresh plasma pistol. Yeah, these jackals, man. So I took care of those guys, and we're just moving on to the remaining elites. Just noob combo those guys, nothing special about them. They are susceptible to overcharged plasma pistols, just like the rest of them. They all look the same to me. Now, some have nicer colors than others. And these ones in Halo 4 are more scaly. But anyway, there's a cutscene that you could skip. I advise you skip it. There's a other cutscene that I cut out as well, which you can't skip, which is annoying, but I just cut it out of this video. But you just sprint, and hopefully you get that bounce that I got. You could even get a even more beneficial bounce if you go off that railing. But you just hide here, wait for your shield to recharge, and then just pop your head out and run down here. We're just avoiding all of the enemies up top. There's a ton of enemies up top, but not that many on the bottom, so we're just avoiding all of them. And just make your way over here, take out your plasma pistol. You could run by this elite, but you could also just take him out really quick. And make sure you take out that beam rifle jackal as well, because he can be an issue if he remains alive. So take out these couple grunts. There's also an elite down here, but we just ran past him. There's a phantom dropping off enemies, so I just cloaked myself, gathered myself. I actually died right here, but I got checkpoint right before getting in the Banshee. I died while I was in the Banshee because I flew too low, so I was overcharged plasma pistoled, unfortunately, and I stalled out and got killed. But just fly to the end here, try to block those enemies that came out of the left in there. Unfortunately, I did not this time, but just run in here in any case, and hopefully you survive. Usually you do. And we're just going to wait for this last section to open up. And you could take out these grunts if you would like. You should probably take out 1 or 2 of them at least. I decided to take out all 3. I missed with my overcharged plasma pistol. You want to try to stall that ghost, which I do normally. I missed that time though, but fortunately I was able to get him anyway. It sucks because this ghost doesn't have most of its boost charged up right when you get in it. For some reason it's only at like 10 to 20%, which is hecka lame. You kind of got to wait a little bit before you boost in here. But you boost in here, kill the 4 grunts and the 1 elite in here, and then come back out and you've actually despawned all these enemies that were in this area to begin with. They are no longer here. There's an elite up on the balcony that's kind of shooting at you, taking pot shots at me. But just jump up on that forerunner structure, jump up on that rock, then jump up here. It's a little bit tricky, takes a little bit of practice, perhaps. Maybe you'll get it on your first try. But then just sprint past those 3 enemies, and those are the only 3 enemies you have to deal with, and you deal with them by running past them. They're actually so startled from the fact that you've run around the corner unexpectedly that they just don't know what to do, and they don't even shoot at you at all. So just keep sprinting past them. At this point, we can't really do anything to accelerate our progress. We're totally done with the mission. We just have to go through a hallway. So use that tactic of sprinting, jumping, and smacking. Sprint, jump, smack. Try to smack as soon as you can while you're jumping. Right after you jump, you want to smack as soon as possible. And that way your shield starts recharging, or not your shield, your sprint starts recharging and can recharge for the maximum amount while you're in the air. So just go back here, and you can jump up on this railing and try to jump up in here early by a split second. And there's pretty much nothing you could do to accelerate your time except for you could jump up on this pedestal, the highest point on this lift, and that way you will touch the barrier that ends the level a little bit sooner. And you can also jump as well, like I'm going to do. And I don't know if that helped or not. I may have jumped at the wrong time. But if you have a concussion rifle, you could concussion jump up, kind of like a rocket jump. And that way you will hit the barrier to end the level sooner. But either way, it's only like a second that you would save. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe. Leave a comment, and I'll see you later for Forerunner, which is the next level.